In the early days of the automobile, wheels had wood spokes and rims. But by the 1920s, manufacturers began using more durable materials like iron and steel. Today, wood spoke wheels are used in classic car restoration. In the early 1900s, cars had wood spoke wheels. When those antique vehicles need new wheels, collectors turn to wheelwrights. They can build wood spoke wheels, just as it was done a century ago. Production starts with the steel rim that wraps around the wood wheel. The steel spins in a lathe as stationary tools cut it to the correct profile and create a lip for gripping the rubber tire. A worker measures the rim to confirm it's the same as the original. You can see the difference the machining has made. Another member of the team measures the moisture content of hickory wood and selects boards that are sufficiently dried. He traces a rough pattern of a wheel spoke and cuts along the penciled lines. This gives him a basic shape to work with. Next, he selects a more exact pattern. He clamps this pattern in a wood carving duplicator alongside 4 of the rough spokes. He follows the contours of the pattern with a tracing wheel. The tracing wheel moves cutting tools that carve the hickory. This duplicates the profile of the wheel spoke pattern. He sands off marks left by the cutting tools and smooths the surface of the newly formed spokes. Then he secures the spokes one at a time in a jig. This steadies the spokes as he cuts the wider ends into a wedge shape. Together, 2 wheelwrights arrange the spokes in a wheel formation. The wedges fit together at the center like pieces of a pie. They tighten clamps to bring the spokes into perfect alignment. One of the wheelwrights inserts a steel hub in the center hole. He drills holes into the wood and inserts bolts to secure the steel hub. Using a tool that's like a big pencil sharpener, he carves the ends of the spokes, creating dowels. Dowels are peg-like fasteners. He sands the dowels on an angle to create a gentle slope in each one. These slopes make it easier to slide the spokes into the 2-part wood rim. Using a special tool, the team stretches the rim and pulls the spokes into position. Then they insert the doweled ends of the spokes into the holes. This process is difficult. One wrong move, and they could damage the spokes or rim. But thanks to their skill, the wood spoke wheel comes together. All of the parts are intact, and the spokes are firmly secured in the rim. A wheelwright measures the circumference of the wood rim and calculates how much will need to be trimmed off. He shaves down the wheel, adjusting the circumference to the desired dimension. The wheel must be slightly larger than the outer steel rim. You'll see why next. They place the steel rim over an intense gas flame and cover it with a piece of metal. The heat causes the steel rim to expand. After about 15 minutes, the wheelwright removes the cover. He grips the hot rim with tongs and transfers it to the wood wheel. The enlarged steel rim fits loosely around the outside of the wooden wheel. They now spray the steel with cold water. As the rim cools, it shrinks to the hickory wood, creating a permanent bond. The wheelwright shaves the spokes down to make them look more streamlined. He sands the wood to enhance the grain. It took 16 hours to make this wood spoke wheel. It's brand new, but looks like a thing of the past. If you have any comments about the show, or if you'd like to suggest topics for future shows, drop us a line at sciencechannel.com/howitsmade.